Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Packernet Podcast. I am your host and resident panelist, as always, Ryan Schlip. Check us out online, packernet.com. Find me on Twitter, pack_dadab. So the plan for today is going to do a live-ish Packers family night, whatever it's called. I just got done doing the intro, so I can't say Packer without going into a Packernet intro thing, apparently. But it is 7 o'clock on the dot here, so I am very, very excited. Been waiting to see some Packers football. We're just going to go ahead and call this Packers football. And so, pretty fired up. Hopefully you all got a chance to watch it. Hopefully you got a chance to be there. But it's just firing up for me. I'm going to go ahead and watch this little intro here, and I will be back momentarily. Well, we got Brian Gutekunst speaking, Matt LaFleur earlier, but Brian Gutekunst speaking. There's a lot of stuff. It's hard to parse out. You know, obviously everybody's looking great, everybody's doing great, happy with everything. It is nice to hear him talk about the edge rushers and say specifically that we're really starting to see them come along with new defensive line coach DeMarcus Covington. That's the goal, right? First of all, acknowledging that there were issues and saying, yeah, this is better. It's kind of an odd sight, by the way. You got Brian Gutekunst sitting there, and right next to him is Ed Policy. It almost took me a minute. I was looking at him. I'm like, I know that guy. Is that? It's like, it's not one of the coaches. It's like, oh yeah, that's the new big boss there. He's got the stance down, looking super serious, arms folded with a little piece of paper in his hand, like there's some kind of important reference he's got to look at there. So he's got that down, that's for sure. And of course, we still got news, notes, and updates from the Twitters, stuff that I'm not privy to here, just watching the game. Nate Hobbs not practicing today. He's apparently got a knee injury. Hopefully, we'll assume for now, not serious. Emmanuel Wilson not practicing, but walking to the field for warm-ups. Remember, Emmanuel Wilson got injured. The last practice, we're also down Marshawn Lloyd. So we go from Jacobs to presumably Chris Brooks. Remember, we brought in Israel Abanikanda. So he is probably going to get a lot more looks than what would have been assumed not too long ago. We've also got Jalen White. So behind Jacobs, you got Brooks. Amar Johnson, I think, is back. Jalen White and Abanikanda. Starting off with a little bit of a dress rehearsal here. Got a bomb to my man, Savion Williams, for the touchdown. They're not doing like 11 on 11 or anything. It's kind of just defense is kind of laying off. But it's cool to see the offense line up. You got Malik Willis. First touchdown I got to watch on TV of the season. Savion Williams. And I'm actually really nervous that they're about to kick the extra point here. Oh! He actually missed it. How did I know that would happen? I saw him line up, and I just thought, for whatever reason, I just had a pit in my stomach. And McManus misses a frickin' chipper. I'm not sure exactly how long it was, but it did not look like a very far kick. We got the punter coming out here. Been hearing great things about him so far. We'll see if that also gets jinxed. Nope, that goes right down to the 7-yard line. Great kick. Rookie Anthony Belton just grabbed a megaphone, and he can't even use it. No use. It's already lit in here. I'm just reading it. I didn't say lit, all right? But it was big man Belton trying to get the crowd hyped up. Packers not practicing via Schneidman here. Watson, Wicks, Omar Brown. No, it's wrong Brown, I think. Yeah, Sam Brown Jr. is who's not out there, wide receiver. Hobbs, Emmanuel Wilson, Marshawn Lloyd, Haddon, Oliver, Mosby, Rashid, John Williams, the guard, Glover, and then Tucker Kraft. I've seen a few people mention they didn't see Tucker Kraft out there. Now got official report, apparently, that Kraft will not be practicing. Do not have any update on what's up with that. It's pretty cool. I don't know if they do this every year or not. I don't remember seeing this, but they got the families coming out with their kids, and they got the team lined up to kind of give high fives as they come out. I'm guessing the people without kids line up and high five the people with kids, would be my assumption. But what a cool experience that is for the kids. And it's a cool thing, too, because you got rookies like Savion Williams' wife, girlfriend, whatever it is, and child. It's kind of like a what the heck, what like what a cool thing. 10 minutes ago, I was with a guy in college, and now look at this. Rashawn Gary's out here playing with all the kids. He's he's jumping out of line and like tickling kids and stuff. But you've also got like DeMarcus Covington, Covington takes a job for whatever reason. Obviously, it wasn't for something like this, but what a cool experience to be able to go to your kids and your wife and say, guys, guess what we get to do? It's just cool that they have a lot of, this is a very family-oriented thing, not just in the stands. It's great to bring your kids here, but that it's beyond that. This is an event for the families, the wives, the kids of the players and coaches, which I really appreciate. I love, this is obviously very cool that they're doing, and I love, obviously, at the end when they get to bring people out on the field, their kids out on the field, watch the fireworks and whatnot. Just another of the thousands of reasons to be proud to be a Packer fan. I didn't get to see it on TV, but Kyle Malzahn posted a video of Jordan throwing a touchdown pass to Golden, kind of just another warm-up type thing, but obviously cool to see it, and the fans obviously went nuts. Luke would like everyone to know, 13 players not practicing, it's worrying and embarrassing at the same time. Some people just refuse to enjoy things, you know what I mean? They just wake up and say, did we win the Super Bowl? And then if the answer is no, or anything other than yes, they shake their head, say embarrassing, and go back to sleep. And here's the update, groin injury for Tucker Kraft. So, like all things, you just hope it's not a big deal. It's hard to know with the soft tissue stuff. I mean, soft tissue generally is not going to be anything massively serious, but it also can be a thing that can linger for a long time. So you just, anywhere from, he could go today if really needed to this could be a several week thing, Larry McCarron just said he's never eaten a cheese curd. Come on. It's the first time Larry McCarron has said anything in all my life, growing up listening to him, that upset me. I will say I wish the camera people did a better job of understanding that I want to watch football. I mean, they seem to be all about the experience. Like, oh, look at the crowd. Look at let's just look at this group of coaches standing together. Bro, a guy's running a route. I want to watch that. Or a one-on-one. Any actual football that's happening is what I want to watch. And that seems to be just too much for the cameraman here. Now, finally, we got it lined up. We got a mano here. Elgersma throwing a dart. That's broken up by Christian Welch. Going to Jalen White. So we got all the third strings there. This looks like it's going to be Clifford. Or is it Elgersma again? Amar Johnson just put an absolute move on. So they actually had a drill that's one-on-one. They'll probably do this all the time, but I don't go to practice, so I don't know. But they got the linebacker lined up as a linebacker. They got the running back coming out of the backfield. And Amar Johnson just put an absolute move on whoever that linebacker was. And then you had Messiah Swinson, the tight end, just ran a route with Clifford, got himself wide open, and then dropped the pass. Will Shepard just caught a pass over there. I think that was also against Clifford. Pretty tight coverage, but he was able to hang on to it. Looking up at some of the notes here, Zach Cruz says Mecole Hardman just put Bullard in a blender in 1v1s. That must have been one of the ones I missed. So, I mean, they're running these all over the field, so I can only see Dobbs with a nice move on Keyshawn Nixon. Right off the line, kind of using his hands and his physicality to get that separation there. A very obvious foul there against Mecole Hardman. Kalen King in coverage. We got an update here from Andy Herman, who I believe is in attendance. Hicks wins for a quick pickup. McKinney pass breakup versus Sims. Hardman turned around Bullard for a huge gain. Pass breakup by Nixon on Dobbs. Golden easy win on a slant versus Valentine. Omar Brown gets away with some contact on Swinson. Fitzpatrick, good contested catch versus someone. Heath Moss's Micah Robinson. Isaiah Dunn pass breakup. Sims clean win versus Williams. Drop by Swinson versus Oladapo. I think that was probably the one that I had seen. I didn't know that was Oladapo, though. Dobbs win versus Nixon is the one I saw. Hardman had a step on King, but overthrown. And again, that's a lot of people miss that. King grabbed the crap out of him. He just grabbed and yanked on his jersey like 2-3 times. I don't know how everybody in the building missed that. The announcers didn't say anything about it. The refs didn't throw any flags. I mean, King, if you can get away with that in a game, I'm all for it, but that was pretty obvious. Short completion to Fitzpatrick versus McKinney, and then later he says Brenton Cox just tossed Anthony Belton to the ground in 1v1. I mean, I'm a big Brenton Cox fan and all, but, you know, I'm trying not to like get worked up about the whole Anthony Belton and Jordan Morgan thing, but it's like, how's Belton doing? Like, well, he doesn't really play. He's kind of a backup. Well, that sucks. Is he at least good? Well, he 500 pounds and gets bench pressed all over the field, but yeah, he's all right. Work with me here, Belton. Got a couple more here during commercial breaks. That was another thing I remember from last year where I feel like there's a terribly timed commercials. We're watching them like take a break and then it's like, all right, let's go to commercial. That's when everything happened. We've got Brenton Cox is a handful. Some nice rushes against Belton at right tackle. Barron Sorrell also started the drill with some serious power. Good day for Jordan Morgan. I'd have my binoculars. I don't have my binoculars, but Kenny Clark may have taken the most one-on-one reps I've seen him take in 6 years. We got some stuff coming up. I'm going to go ahead and pause my thing here. Here's a list of more one-on-ones. Sims, nice route versus McKinney in red zone. Baldwin gets away with some contact, incomplete. Valentine, fantastic coverage on a fade to Golden. Will Shepard catches a fade for a touchdown. Sims gets route versus Zane for an easy touchdown. McKinney, sweet pass breakup in the red zone. Nixon read Dobbs like a book for a fantastic coverage. Shepard beats Valentine on a slant. Swinson, touchdown. McKinney, good coverage on Fitzpatrick. Melton, pass breakup on a fade to Hicks. Robinson, pass breakup versus Heath. Evan Williams, good coverage. Johnny Lumpkin, touchdown versus Zane. We got team coming up here. So why don't we go ahead and take our first break, and I'll walk through some of this team stuff. We'll be right back. All right, so we've got Love, Jacobs, Dobbs, and Golden out there for starters, which is fantastic. Fitzpatrick and Musgrave are going to be your tight ends. Lucas Van Ness, Wyatt, Morgan, Banks, Jenkins, Ryan, and Tom. Morgan starting due to injuries. The rest of the line probably is what we would say is the starting line right now. Van Ness, Wyatt, Clark, Gary, Simmons, McDuffie, Cooper. Valentine and Nixon is a little bit of a different thing, but that's because Hobbs is injured. And then Williams, McKinney at safety. First play is a handoff that goes absolutely nowhere. I'm going to back that up for a second so I can see who made that play. That was all Kenny. Kenny just absolutely destroyed Elton Jenkins. Walked straight into the backfield and blew up that run. Then we got a pitched end around to Matthew Golden at, I'm sure, the fans' displeasure. That also completely blown up in the backfield. He kept running a little bit, but was that Cooper that got him? That might be the one redeeming thing here, is if it was Cooper, and I think it was. I don't know why the cameraman got lost there. But Edgerrin Cooper doing Edgerrin Cooper stuff, just shooting straight into the backfield. Didn't bite on it at all. Saw that thing, and just he would have killed Matthew Golden on that play had there been different circumstances. There's a run up the middle, looked like a little draw play. A lot of space in the middle of the field. Obviously, I can't tell down and distance. Wayne Larrabee just said second down. I don't know how we ran 2 plays and then that was second down, but whatever. Jordan from shotgun is going to hit Luke Musgrave in the middle. Musgrave just runs a quick curl, just kind of sits down in the zone, grabs some yardage. Again, the big thing with him, looks like Malik is going to take over here. Play action. He's looking deep. Shoots way down the field. That's my man Williams again. Heck yeah, Savion. Love that, man. I've been resigned to the fact that Williams isn't going to do much. If he can kind of do a little something, who knows? But the big thing with Musgrave is going to be his ability to block. But I think he can do some pretty special stuff. We're stuck with another stupid freaking commercial, but some of the notes while we're away. Lucas Van Ness with a sack just bull rushed Jordan Morgan into Jordan Love's lap. Excited for Lucas Van Ness. Eye roll for Jordan Morgan. McDuffie shoots in the backfield for a potential tackle for a loss on Jacobs. Nice hands catch by Golden over the middle. Glad I didn't get to see that. Boy, oh boy. Wouldn't that be a shame if I got to see Matthew Golden do some cool stuff? Oh, and we're back right after that. Great. Well, I see Jordan Love is back lined up here in the shotgun. Going to take the snap. Oh, there's the sack. I just saw the sack. That's that delay. Oh, I guess I'll probably get to see Matthew Golden here in a little bit unless that play just happened. Oh, Larry McCarron just ate a cheese curd and said it was good. I think he is being a little sarcastic, which is annoying, but it's fine. It's fine. Yep, there's the play to Golden. So it kind of looked like Zach Tom might have moved a little bit. And real tight coverage. It looked like it might have just been a little curl route or something, but Matthew Golden extends the arms and makes a great hands catch. But he's just got phenomenal hands. Not only has he got soft hands, but strong hands to be able to fight through the contact. To have a guy draped over your back, reach out, grab the ball, and as they're, trying to knock your arms down and get the ball out, you just hang on to it. Real nice play by Jordan. Looked like it might have been Inigbare with a quick pressure off that left side, which would, again, be Jordan Morgan. I'm going to rewind and confirm that. But as pressure gets in, he flips the pass real quick to Dobbs, who's able to get around the corner. A little slip, but beautiful play from what should have been nothing to pick up a gain. Yeah, Jordan Morgan just got walked straight back into Jordan Love, which is exactly what happened with Lucas Van Ness. So he's just getting bull rushed into the quarterback. Clifford now in at quarterback. Runs a toss play to the outside. Jalen White with nowhere to go. That was Christian Welch who was able to shoot past the blocks there and make a play into the backfield. Defense has been in the backfield a lot. Obviously disappointing on the offensive side, but you got to feel good about that. The aggressiveness, shooting into the backfield. That was the thing with the Joe Barry. Oh, that friggin' snap just sailed. But the Joe Barry defense seemed to be more stand and wait as opposed to the aggressive style that we're seeing here of everybody just playing in the backfield. Not Elton Jenkins, by the way, that's snapping. That would, I'm guessing, be Monk 52. I'm trying to look. Oh, that was a way underthrown ball. 62 is Jacob Monk, yeah. Micah Robinson in coverage, but again, as underthrown as that was, I probably could have defended that. Ryan Woods says, Brandon McManus drains his first 3 kicks inside Lambeau Field tonight, no different than Ray Nitschke Field, with makes from XP 38 right, 42 left. I guess we're going to say that he made the first one. That was not, from my vantage point, what I saw. As the first comment, too, says he missed the first kick on TV tonight. It's just been propaganda this whole time. He's been missing kicks left and right. Just lying. Now have Wes Hodkowitz and Rob Domofsky all saying he's made all 3, which every single comment on all of those is saying, yeah, I think he missed it, dude. Nice run by Josh Jacobs, who's going to run in for a touchdown. There's no tackling, so it's hard to know for sure, but I don't think anybody's making a tackle on that play. That was some hard running. It would have to be some arm/hand tackles, and that ain't happening. So beautiful run from Josh Jacobs there. But Jordan, it looks like we're running probably just red zone here, so Jordan Love's going to take it again from shotgun. He's going to give it again to Josh Jacobs. Got him down after about 3, maybe. A lot of running there. Ryan Wood saying he hit his first 3. I don't think he did. Pretty sure he missed it. I'm guessing that's just the guys on the sidelines were saying they thought he made it, but I think even Larrivee and McCarron were saying that he missed it. Jordan Love throws a pass over the middle. They're going to call it I don't know if they're going to call it a touchdown, but he probably would have been down at about inside the 5-yard line. Without tackling, he's able to spin into the end zone. Now we got Malik running some red zone here. Got motion coming across. It's going to be a pitch back. That ain't going anywhere. We got about 3-4 defenders in the backfield there. Brooks the ball carrier. Play action on the next one. He's going to lob a pass over to some kind of tight end. That's going to be Fitzpatrick, who lays the boom on one of his teammates there. Got him from shotgun. Not much pressure. Sidearm throw, and that's going to be picked off by Omar Brown. I see a comment here. Somebody saying that they think it's his 3rd pick of camp so far. Yeah, Matt Schneidman says that's the second-year safety's 3rd interception in camp. So, when we look at the safety group, it's pretty stacked right now with Omar Brown kind of at the bottom of the list. But it's kind of like I said before, I don't think we have any bad safeties. You add Omar Brown to the list and go, maybe he's not good, and the dude has 3 picks. So, going to follow that up with a run to the outside. It looks like it's Josh Jacobs. He's going to make it to about the 2. I don't know if the ones are back out. It looks like the ones must be back out there. I see Simmons and McKinney So that must be Jordan with the handoff. So cool seeing Josh Jacobs run because he's just such a powerful runner where you look at it and go, well, you know, I mean, they're not really tackling. It's like, bro, at best, they get him down at the 2. It's not impossible he turned that into a touchdown. They're going to put him all the way back to about the 7. Jordan's going to take it from under center. We got somebody moving, though. Malik Heath moved, so there's going to be a penalty that'll push him back out. That's probably good, though. Maybe not. I don't know. I suppose it's a little compressed. You want to be able to work from all the different parts of the field, but push them back a little bit, see what they can do. Ed Policy, by the way, just referred to the Packers as, ooh, that was a nice play there, as the people's team, which I like, because Packer fans are always like, we are actually America's team. Let Dallas have it. We're the people's team. Looks like that was Warren Brinson. Phenomenal play off the edge. If that really was Brinson, he's running with the ones right now. But he's off the left side, so that would be up against Zach Tom. Looks like we're going to go to commercial, so let me back it up so I can look at that again. Oh, it was against Malik Heath, that's why. Absolutely not Warren Brinson, by the way. That came off the edge as somebody from... They got their jerseys folded up, so I can't really see the numbers. Looks like it came from the safety spot. I don't think it's McKinney. It wasn't Williams. It wasn't a white dude, so maybe it was Oladapo? I don't know. I'm not sure. I see Bullard is out there. Could have been a corner. I don't know. But it was a DB that came up and made a nice play. But some updates while I'm here with the commercials. Zach Cruz says Nazir Stackhouse with another run stuff. He's been phenomenal. Bill Huber says offense scores exactly 0 touchdowns in red zone. Again, it really depends what you're looking at. Multiple people called multiple touchdowns. Ooh, they're shooting the baskets now. Jordan almost drilled one. It was online. It was just pulled up a little bit short. See who the first one to make one is. Mike Spofford said Brenton Cox in the backfield on goal line run. He's becoming a much more formidable run defender. Looks like they're throwing from about 35 yards out. I think they've each gone at least once. Elger's about 5 yards off. There's Jordan for try number 3, maybe? That's freaking close. Jordan's been close a couple times. He hasn't got it in, though. The quarterback started scrambling. Look what the heck's going on. I guess they're doing punt return on the backs of the quarterbacks trying to throw it in the net. Malik very close, hit the net. Clifford not close. See if Algersma can get it within 5 yards here. Nope. That was way off. Come on, Jordan. Let's get this thing in. It's not even close. Jordan, you can't stop this drill until somebody hits it. It's a tradition here. If you got to move them up to the 10-yard line, do it. We got to do something here. Are they ending the drill? Oh, they're moving it up 10 yards from the 15-yard line, but they're throwing it in the corner, so Clifford just a little high. Algersma is going to hit. That's high. Jordan, you got to get this one first try here. Oh, dinks it off the rim. Jordan's definitely the most accurate. I think Malik's the second most. Here comes Clifford. That's in. Clifford got it. He does a cartwheel. Crowd goes crazy. It is funny. This is like the most fun anybody has. Obviously, I love the team stuff the most, but this is the most fun drill for sure. Jordan's got to get it now. Now the pressure's on. No. Jordan's 0 for 2 from 15 out. Let's go. Everybody's kind of gushing about Brenton Cox from what he had done on the goal line before. And apparently, right after they went to commercial, Jordan Love hit one. Ryan Wood says, not to be outdone, Jordan Love hits a bucket ball, slides to his knees, and raises his hands to the heavens in a soccer slide. Just don't go pulling something in your knee there, brother man. All right, well, I can feel this winding down already, so why don't we go ahead and take our final break. Probably just a handful of minor notes left, and then we'll give some closing thoughts and get out of here. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We come back from commercial. They're still doing that. They're showing the Jordan Love replay. Malik just made it. They're just gonna go till everybody makes it. We gotta wait for Algersma now. Malik going and doing a Lambeau leap after his. Algersma still has not gotten within 3 yards of this thing. Oh! Finally hit the rim. Oh, that was Jordan. Never mind. Thought they were just gonna let him run it until he hits it. They're still running special teams on the other side. It looks like somebody just muffed a punt. I can't tell who that is. Let's see. Somebody will probably mention it. Bro, Algersma cannot get anywhere near that net. Oops, somebody just drilled it. Who was it? Jordan again. Jordan's up 2. He's going to jump and do a Lambeau leap with the with the people. I guess there's an update here. Sean Clifford hits his 3rd bucket. So Clifford's up to 3. Algersma apparently did hit a bucket. So everybody got theirs. Whalen is doing a much better job of his directional punting this camp, working on the sideline with much more accuracy. Golden muffed the punt. Well, good. I don't want him doing that crap. Oh, and we're doing some punt catching. I wonder if this is what they're talking about or if this is something else. Oh, that's right. Last year they had the guy that caught like 4, or he caught 3, whatever it was. That's crazy. Golden is up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 he's caught. They trying to cut to commercial right now? I'm trying to watch this. Oh, he just dropped his 1. It's so freaking annoying. Again, the production on these things is really annoying. They're cutting away to all this other stuff as Golden's doing his thing. He caught 5 punts. I got to see exactly 0 of them. Reed's going to get a shot, I think, or nope, he's going to cede his turn to Will Shepard. Shepard's up to 3. There's 4. He's got 6. I think that might be the new record. Oh, almost got 7. He had a good strategy on that. Just didn't work. Keyshawn Nixon. They're not showing it, obviously. They're showing the crowd, but he almost dropped it like immediately. He's up to 4 now, though. There's 5. 1 more to tie the record. He got 6. And he dropped it with Romeo's out there. He very quickly and easily gets to 5. 6, and he just drops a ball. It is funny with these guys, nobody had hit 6, and then as soon as somebody gets 6, everybody gets 6. That's sort of that, like, competitive nature of the game, or of these competitors. Here's Mecole Hardman now. He's up to 3, up to 4. Caught somebody swearing on the TV. I think he got 5, maybe, I don't know. Jaden Reed's up. Can't imagine he's going to win this drill, but you never know. Oh, yeah, you can catch 3 in a row. Whatever. I'll stop talking trash. There's 4. He dropped the 5th one. Oh, we got the kids coming out now. Ooh. Dropped the second one. he dropped the first one. They're saying he caught it. No, he caught it. It's fine. He got the second one. He dropped the next one. They're letting him stay out there again. It's a fun drill, man. It's fun. They got the kids going out there doing it. Players are out there with them, encouraging them and everything. Again, it's a super fun family thing. All right, we got some team stuff here. I'm not sure if I missed anything or not. But Jordan Love takes off and runs for quite a few. The offense is going to get out to about the 35. Brooks is going to run on a quick pitch. Not going to get hardly anything, if anything at all. They don't really show down and distance or anything, so I'm not really sure. Just trying to pick up on some cues. That would have been first down, if I'm not mistaken, after that Jordan Love run. I don't know if they're doing 2-minute or what, but Matt Schneidman called it an 18-yard run. So this should be second down after that. Another pitch out. That's going to be fumbled. He's going to pick it up. He's going down. He just got clocked from behind and went to the ground. Brooks went and hit him from behind. I think it was more of an accidental thing, but he's just a powerful man. Defense just spent the next 30 seconds mugging the guy, trying to get the... So this should be third down after, I would guess, roughly 2 losses. Golden's out there. Musgrave is out there. Josh Jacobs is out there. Musgrave in motion. He's going to motion out and then motion back. Dobbs at the bottom of the screen. He's going top of the screen to Mr. Golden. Too far. Looked like Golden might have slowed down a little bit. It's hard to tell, but it was overthrown to Matthew Golden. Jordan tried to make that work. That's going to be, aside from a Jordan Love scramble, it looks like the offense did absolutely nothing. 2 runs for negative yardage, and then an overthrown ball to Matthew Golden. Going to commercial here. I'm trying to get back to, I think the Packers are streaming this, and I don't think they have commercials, but as is usually the case, nothing ever works on the Packers for me, the Packers stuff. Nothing works. There's just a giant blank screen here, or a giant blank website is basically what it is, where I'm guessing there would be a window. Oh, it works over on Google. All right, let's see if I can... Nope, that's commercials here too. Never mind. I thought maybe they wouldn't have commercials on this. Silly me. Of course they have commercials. Well, let's get caught up with some of the notes here from the fine folks who were at the game. Back to 11-11. This is from earlier. Reed end around, defended well, held to a modest gain. Love hits Dobbs, short off play action. Then Love finds a big scrambling lane, so that was when I came in. It says Love and Jacobs fumble a pitch. That wasn't Jacobs, but Yeah. Deep shot to Golden, tad too far, defended by Melton. That's why I'm glad watching it as opposed to listening to the notes, because it's like, guys, this is not... Bo Melton with some tight coverage against Matthew Golden down the left sideline. Jordan Love tried his rookie wide receiver anyway, but Melton gave up nothing, incomplete. It wasn't because Melton gave up nothing. That's fake Bo Melton propaganda. It was an overthrown ball, so I don't know what you're talking about. Another pressure from Brinson. Golden had a step deep, but a bit overthrown by Jordan. Malik Willis late to the right. Kalen King read it perfectly and picks it off. So this was just after they went to commercial. Willis has been a bit careless with the ball. But having not seen it, I'm still excited for Kalen King doing some good stuff. Television just came back, trying to get caught up on what we got going on here. If these are the 2s, 3s, or what. Looks like Elgersma's out there. We got Belton at left tackle. Oh, is that another pick? I think it was Omar Brown again. So that's 4 picks for Omar Brown, 2 on family night. It was a deflection, but still, a pick is a pick, man. It was deflected by 46, who is Tyron Herring. Tipped the ball up, and Omar Brown comes away with his second pick of the day. Elgersma with a quick pass out to number 43, who bowls his way forward for quite a few, but again, kind of hard to know for sure how much we're taking that seriously with the lack of tackling. Here comes the kicker, and it looks like he drills that one. I'm sure everyone's going to come on to say how he's 4 for 4 now, even though he missed one today. Looks like he's kicking another one. That was a bad snap. It looked like it was going to hook real hard to the right, and then it just centered itself. So we're doing some field goal kicking. He's 2 of 2 in this little section here. Again, looks like it's going to hook real hard, and it just centers itself right down the middle. He's 3 for 3 in that. That should make him, what, 5 of 6 on the day? Unless we want to go with, again, a lot of the fake stuff, and that'd make him 6 of 6. Either way, McManus had another really good day. Looks like Jordan Love's going back out to the field, so we're not done yet. We're going to run some more. I got to be out. Look, Kevin Harlan's a good guy and all that stuff. I can't stand this stuff. I need you telling me what's going on. What are we doing? Is it 2-minute drill? What are we running right now? I don't know, because we're just having a little chat with Kevin Harlan off to the side. Why don't you guys meet up later for a couple drinks and just, I don't know. They're starting from their own goal line, though, so they got to come out from quite a ways. He's going to quick dump it off to Romeo Dobbs. He's going to spin out and get a bunch of yards, but I think they're going to call him down. I think he probably would have got out of it. It looked like the guy was actually trying to tackle him and missed the tackle, but that's all right. He's going to pick up about half of that, 4 or 5 yards maybe. What should be second down now. Golden's back out there. I think Dobbs came off. Going to run play action. He's going quick out to the tight end, who's going to be Musgrave, who's got the Jets. That's a big gain. First down plus a bunch. An additional 5 maybe. So first down. Jordan Love's going to get under center. We got, looks like Dobbs and Golden out there. Presumably Jacobs at running back. We got Golden in motion. Play action. He's going to step up with some quick pressure. He's going real deep. Dobbs is trying to get there. Overthrown, though. Somebody got there really quickly in the, as far as the pressure, I might back this up a little bit just to see if I can see who got that pressure. I got 2 TVs now, so I can use one for going backwards and, this one stopped. This stupid freaking thing stopped playing, so I can't go backwards. All right, we'll start recording now, please. All right, next play, we got Jordan in shotgun. He's going to hand it off. He's going to pick up about half of that, I think. That was Chris Brooks running the ball. I believe that would have been second down, so that would bring up third right here. Jordan's going to be in the shotgun. That probably was a sack, but he gets the ball off to Musgrave. We'll see what they end up calling that. I'm guessing they're going to pull the offense off. That was a good play to Musgrave for the first down, but that for sure would have been a sack. So offensive line not really doing a good job against our defensive line on that. Let me back that up a little bit here, see if I can actually see what happened on this. That might have been Brenton Cox there. I'm seeing a big 7. No, that was as Edgerrin coming around the edge. So they had got a good job of collapsing the pocket with Edgerrin Cooper looping around the outside on third down. So Malik Willis now, starting from the goal line, going to hand it off, pick up a little bit of breathing room, maybe 2 yards. That one is going to go to, looks like Amar Johnson. Oh, now that their interview is done and they can start talking about the game, they're going to go to commercial. That makes perfect sense. Why not? Well, I'll have to go over to Twitter. It looks like nobody's really doing any updates for whatever reason. Oh, nope, never mind. They played the music, and now they're just going to keep playing it. So another run that's going to bring up third down. Doesn't look like he gained a ton on that. Malik's going to be in shotgun. He's got plenty of time here. He's looking real deep. He's got a man. That's going to be picked. Is that Brown again with his third pick of the freaking day? Oh, my Lord. Omar Brown with 3 picks on the day. And that was just good defense. It was double covered, trying to make a play to, I couldn't tell who they were trying to get it to, but man, see, now the stream is showing me stuff when the other one goes to commercial. Whatever. But man, Omar Brown, intended for Julian Hicks. So anyways, we got third string coming out. Another run picks up about 2 to give him a little bit of breathing room. And I think they might actually be kicking me to commercial here. Ooh, nice little pickup there. Nice throw and catch. I was looking at Baron Sorrell. He was about to get a pressure. I was thinking, oh, it's a nice little play, but gets the ball off to Will Shepard. Nice little route. And it looks like they're just going to pull everybody because they want to hurry up and get to fireworks, I guess. They just said they're going to speed this up. So they're moving on to field goals here. Although I see the kicker there with his hat on, so I don't know. Oh, they got kids doing it. All right, fair enough. I don't think the kicker knows he's doing field goals right now. All right, the kids are done kicking. Second team is on the field for what I don't know. 2-minute drill. Appreciate the announcers actually telling you what the heck is going on here. All right, Malik is out there in the shotgun. Will Shepard in motion. Flag on the play. Malik's going to take off and run. He's going to pick up a couple. It's a good thing about seeing a guy like Malik run is you're like, there's nothing there. And then you look, and it's like somehow the dude took 3 steps and picked up a bunch of yards. Well, it was a penalty, so the clock would have stopped, and they would have lost yards on that. Shotgun again. Malik's under pressure. He's going to fire it out. He's got a man down on the sideline. It's White. Didn't pick up a ton on that, and you're going to hurry back with the clock ticking. Probably still got at least 10 yards to go. Malik again from the shotgun, going to get it out quick. Diving catch from Cornelius Johnson. They're going to say he got out of bounds. Clock's going to stop there. That should bring up second down, I think. Nice shot right up the middle to Will Shepard, who's putting on a little bit of a show here today. I think that might have been a first down. I can't tell. Either way, the clock's ticking, so they're hurrying. Yep, they're moving the sticks. Malik's going to hurry up. Screw those sticks. We don't care. Oh, pressure. I think that probably would have been, they're going to call him down. That would have been a sack from behind. We got, who do we got there? Keith Randolph, number 60, was one of the guys back there. There was a handful of guys that were around him at the time. 60 is the only one I picked up. Probably the first time I heard his name, by the way. Obviously can't get a feel for the time, but they are at the 50-yard line. Malik again in the shotgun. He's got pressure coming again over the middle, this time to number 46, who is Amar Johnson. That's going to run the clock. Looked like a big game, but he dropped back so much. That was maybe just a few yard pickup. About 5 yards. They're going to spike it, and that's a penalty. Announcer just came back and said 12 seconds left, and they clocked it, and they got about 45, 46 yards to go. Pending the penalty, I don't even know what happened there. Are they going to pull them now? I guess that's enough of that. See, the other thing with family night is they try to keep things moving so quickly for the sake of time that they'll just end practice and whatnot. So Jordan Love's going to come out. I was thinking maybe the ones were done because they don't usually start with the 2s. Maybe they do, I don't know. But looks like Jordan Love and the 1s are going to go out. They're going to run the 2-minute here. Wes Hodge said it was Baron Sorrell, by the way, with the sack. I was mentioning some other guys were there. I couldn't tell who, so love to see that. Baron Sorrell continues to play well. All right, Jordan, come on, man. Offense, I don't think has done much compared to the defense here today. We need something. Wouldn't mind seeing Matthew Golden do something cool here. Seems like they're having a hard time getting everybody set up. Hurry up and wait here. Official attendance, by the way, 59,175. Not bad for a practice. All right, here we go. Shotgun, almost got Lucas Van Ness to jump on a hard count. Gonna come out real quick to Musgrave. Picks up a few. Clock's gonna tick. They're finding some success in the middle of the field, which I'm guessing is by design. I'm guessing the defensive coordinator is kind of allowing that middle of the field stuff for the sake of the clock. Again, he's going to take a deep shot here. That's way overthrown and picked off. It looks like there might have been a miscommunication with Golden there. By the time the camera got there, all I saw was a massively overthrown ball, but it looks like Golden, I don't know, maybe not. I went and looked at the other side. It looked like it was just overthrown, and Valentine ran it down and caught it. I could be wrong about that. Maybe he pulled up. Looks like they're going to keep him out there. Not really sure what the justification is. I'm guessing just forget that. We're not ending it that way. So the ones go back out. Jordan's been trying to trust Golden, trying to make that a thing. The deep shot, the one deep, well, it looks like 2 of the deep shots were overthrown. He's going to go to Golden again. That time it's going to be caught. It's going to be a little comeback route, real nice and easy. Unfortunately, again, with the time ticking, we missed that, but Jordan's going to take off and run. He's going to pick up about 6. Consistently getting the ball to Golden, which is great, but that chemistry doesn't seem to quite be there. Jordan has been trying to hit him on the deep ball, and it's just not there. Now Golden's going to come off the field for a little bit. Rob Domofsky says Anthony Belton's in with the starters as Zach Tom is getting looked at on the sideline. That's not what I wanted to hear. Can keep an eye on him over against Lucas Van Ness. They got Van Ness over on that side, which is kind of unusual. Easy work. Up off the back foot. Jordan's going to lob it, and nobody's there. That was over to Mecole Hardman. Jordan kind of waiting and waiting. Pressure eventually got there. He had to step up because of Rashawn Gary, and he ends up stepping up into Edgerrin Cooper. Rashawn Gary flexing on Jordan Love. I don't know. That feels like that's against the rules as well, but, whatever. Either way, the defense is just working the offense. I mean, there's just not been anything. Jordan's going to come from the shotgun. Let's see if we can make something work here. That pressure gets there so quickly and consistently. It looks like he's going to come down in bounds. There was a completion there, but the clock's going to run. They're short. I think it's 4th down. 4th down and short, 48 seconds to go according to Larrivee. They're going to go from the shotgun, throw it. He's got Hicks. That's going to be a 1st down. Again, the clock's going to tick. He's grabbing his leg. That's not good. 1st down, 36 seconds. I'm guessing they burned a timeout, which I don't know how many timeouts they had, but they're just standing around. So I'm sure Matt LaFleur wants us to end before anyone else gets hurt. We lost Zach Tom and now Malik Heath. Belton's still out there. I'm guessing that's not going to change, even if Zach Tom is feeling better. I mean, what's the point? You just gave that guy $1 billion. Let Belton get a little work here. Jordan buys a little bit of time, finds Dobbs. Pretty good throw. Great grab by Romeo Dobbs. It was out in front of him. He reaches out and snags it. Clock's going to tick. They're going to hurry to the line. Looks like Golden was put back in. He's just going to look to his left. He's going to throw it up to Dobbs. That was almost picked by Valentine. I think that was good defense from Dobbs. Dobbs occupies his other hand. Dobbs kind of didn't expect it, and Valentine just doing a great job of just pushing him straight out of bounds so that even when Dobbs does try to get it, he can't fight his way back inside. But so that's going to fall incomplete. That should bring up, I think, 2nd. Clock obviously stopped after that incompletion. Give him some time to get in, hopefully a good play here. We need something positive from the offense. 3 to the right. Matthew Golden at the bottom. He's going to go that direction. That's going to be over the head of Heath. That was over everybody's head. Can't say Jordan's had the greatest day in the world today. A lot of overthrowing here. I just saw the replay on that. Belton and Van Ness just went flying through the air together. I'm going to call that a win for Belton because I feel like it. So we actually got Morgan at left and Belton at right, which is pretty cool. There's a nice play. A quick back shoulder to Golden, who gets immediately out of bounds, picks up a big chunk just short of the first. I don't know if that's 3rd or 4th, but that's the kind of stuff that you love because, I mean, Golden's just running up the field. That ball comes out. And again, Golden with that lack of panic. It looks like he might even be getting scolded by the coach. I'm not sure if he did something wrong there. In fact, I think so because it's 4th and they're going to kick a field goal, but field goal is good. But either way, regardless, the fact of the matter is Jordan throws a pass to Golden. It's behind him, and it's just a nice, quick, easy spin, catch, 2 feet down, out of bounds. If he stays on his feet, probably picks up the first whatever. And again, he probably didn't run the route quite right, which got, Matt LaFleur over there coaching him up a little bit. But, I mean, just how easy and I don't know. Golden just makes football look easy, and those are generally going to be really good football players when wide receivers can do that stuff. No guarantee. Another kick by McManus is good. No, he is not perfect on the day, but pretty close. He only missed 1, despite what the propagandists would tell you. But I'm a little upset some of those passes weren't a little bit more on the money. It would have been nice to see a deep shot to to Golden, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for that. The thing that I appreciate, and if you got to kind of rein it in a little bit, which maybe we should, I think we spend too much time sailing balls down the field. I know we got an aggressive guy at quarterback and all that, but the success rate is not my favorite. But what I love is all the short to intermediate stuff, anything within Golden's orbit, he's making a play on it, and I absolutely love that. All right, we got, what do we got? The threes coming out now, maybe? See if we can end up getting a touchdown at some point here tonight. Oh, live tackling is the next period. I thought this was going to be over a long time ago. We still got plenty left. Well, the threes are out there. I have no idea what they've been doing because they've been showing clips of the audience and everything else, so I couldn't tell you what's going on, but I can see over on the side it says third down, so I don't know what's happened up to this point. They're at about the 33-yard line. And a nice, that might have been a sack. Somebody came flying up the middle and actually got their hands on the quarterback, which probably isn't super advisable, but nice play out to Will Shepherd again, who continues to be the go-to guy out there. I mean, it's him and Musgrave and a little bit, to a lesser extent, Golden maybe. But that's going to bring up first down. Again, no idea what the clock is looking like. He's going to come under center, run up the middle, and we are obviously in tackling now because that was physical. My goodness. But that was Jalen White, picked up 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. Got big man Nazir Stackhouse out there, so I'll have to keep an eye on that guy. Oh, he ran right past Nazir Stackhouse. Number 46, Amar Johnson, is going to pick up a bunch, and that's a first down. Usually give the benefit of the doubt to the defense in these in the no tackling period, like, somebody was there, he probably goes down. On a play like that, that's where you can kind of see some of that push. You got not only the running back, but some of these offensive linemen getting in the way just enough, continuing to push, and ends up picking a huge bunch of yards up. Again, as compared to some of these other periods where somebody kind of, puts a hand on him and pulls up, and they're like, okay, he's down there. Nah, I don't think so. Another run and another decent pickup. Probably at least 5. That's, again, Amar Johnson. Amar's doing a pretty good job of, quick cut north and south, and the offensive lines do a good enough job to at least clean up, create enough of a hole for him to be able to get through. And, once you get up to that second level, depending on down and distance and whatnot, but in this situation, this must not be 2 minutes because they're just taking their time, but this is the live tackling period. But, oh my goodness. What I was trying to say is that once you get up to that next level, you can kind of just lower your head and, you pick up an extra 2 yards on top of it. You got yourself a nice gain. Just as I'm talking about how Amar Johnson's doing a really good job of, with the vision, one cut, get upfield, they try to stretch him to the outside, and as Deslin Alexander shoots into the backfield and just absolutely pops him, and then Amar Johnson fumbles the ball. Looks like they're going to let the offense keep it, but great job by Deslin Alexander. And again, another example. Oh, that was almost picked. Another example of the defense making plays into the backfield. It looks like Gregory Jr. almost picked that ball off. That was a really nice play by him. Just in the outstretched hands there. Undercuts Will Shepherd and gets his hands on it. We got Elgersma out there now with, looks like Israel Abanikanda. Abanikanda is how he pronounced it. Maybe that's how you say it. I don't know. Jamon Johnson shoots into the backfield, loss on the play. It's one after another with this defense, man. You can feel whatever kind of way you want about how the offense is looking, but the defense at all phases has just been suffocating. And this is what we as Packer fans have wanted since forever. And I've always talked about the Legion of Boom being probably the best defense I feel like I've ever, as another snap over the quarterback's head. That just has to stop. Just in terms of, it feels like there's 100 guys on the field. It's suffocating. You have to work so hard for every single yard. That's just what I feel like I've been watching this entire family night. And, you kind of get caught up rooting for the offense. You're watching, hopefully Golden gets this, or Musgrave gets that, or Will Shepherd gets it. But, man, you got to feel good about the defense. I mean, it's the linebackers, it's the defensive tackles, it's the edge rushers, it's the corners, it's the safeties, and freaking Omar Brown with 3 picks on the day. Going to quick flip it out to, I think that was Abanikanda again. He, I believe, is going to pick up a first down. So the offense stays alive. They're still driving down toward the end zone here. Again, we'll see if we can get our first touchdown of the day. that little swing pass out to the outside is going to be enough to keep him alive here. But we got Baron Sorrell out there. We got some, oh man, everybody on the line. I love that. The aggressiveness. They're just calling and they got the defense to jump there. Deslin Alexander, who made a great play. Everybody was on the line. They were all twitchy, man. They were all ready to come, and Deslin just got a little bit excited, jumped over the line there. We got Trey Hill in at center. I wonder if that's the guy that sailed the ball over the head. But we got shotgun. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught, and that is a touchdown. That is Shepard, man. Holy cow. Elgersma just launches sort of a back shoulder. Little underthrown ball with the defender's back turned. He stops, turns around, gets a touchdown. Shepard has had a heck of a practice. I mean, if we're looking at some UDFAs, obviously Nazir Stackhouse has stood out, but at least for today, Will Shepard had himself a heck of a day. But that officially is going to be it. I thought we were going to be done a while ago. I started winding it down, but I kept coming up with new periods. But I look, a lot of things to be happy with. Dobbs looked real slick out there today. Golden, again, not all the balls were where they needed to be, but from the little bit we got to see of him, I thought he looked great. Savion Williams, early on at least, we got to see a couple little things there. Will Shepard looked fantastic. Offensive line, it's kind of hard to know. Musgrave's still looking good. He's continuing what he's done the last several days. Jordan, I thought, was fine. Again, there were a couple overthrows deep down the field. Some of that's going to be timing, trying to get the speed figured out with Matthew Golden and whatnot. I think anything that wasn't like a big bomb, I thought looked fine. Accuracy looked great on the nets. Josh Jacobs running real hard. Defensive line as a whole, I thought was great. Van Ness continues to get pressures. I saw Rashawn Gary getting pressures. I saw Kenny getting people's faces. Warren Brinson, I don't know if I saw it, but I saw his name pop up in the notes a ton of times. Same with Baron Sorrell, Deslin Alexander, Brenton Cox, Nazir Stackhouse. I mean, pretty much everybody had their name called. Keith Randolph, I randomly mentioned, number 60. Edgerrin out there making plays, flying around. I think he had one tackle in the backfield as well as that pressure on that play. Valentine with a pick. Omar Brown with 3 interceptions on the day. I mean, if anyone's getting the ball, if anyone's getting a game ball, it's got to be Omar Brown. I don't think it could even be close. Kalen King, I think they said got a pick. I missed that one, but he's got a pick. Daniel Whalen looking good. Brandon McManus, aside from that one, I think, quick extra point miss, he had a great day. Quick comment from Matt LaFleur on Omar Brown. Says he's making plays. You want to see how guys respond and react when they get those opportunities, and he's coming through. So that's really positive. And again, with the safeties, I don't know what you do, man. Xavier is one of the best in football. Evan Williams is a good safety. Oladapo, we didn't get to see a ton, but the little bit we saw, he looked good. Zane Anderson is actually quite good. And now you got Omar Brown, who is a rising star as far as these kind of down the roster guys. Looks like Matt LaFleur's doing a press conference. That's kind of random. So he ran inside and did a press conference. Matt LaFleur on Jordan Morgan's extensive work at left tackle the last couple days with Rasheed Walker hurt. He says there's going to be some hard lessons along the way, but I love how he's attacking this thing. Matt LaFleur on Emmanuel Wilson's non-contact knee injury says that was extremely scary, but I feel like we dodged that one, so that's good news. Matt LaFleur said Tucker Kraft was powering through his groin injury, decided to shut him down tonight. Sounds like nothing long-term. That's kind of what I was saying. When they say things like decided to shut him down, that's one of those, he could probably play, but we're not going to risk it. It's not that serious. Said he's going to give him a couple days off. But, all right, I think we just about caught it all. After family night, obviously, they're going to give him the day off tomorrow, but then they come back for another 3-day stint. So we got, oh, wait, no, they don't. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday is what this is saying, if that's correct. They got Jordan's going all the way around, signing stuff, meeting the fans, being cool like that. This girl gives him the phone to take a picture. He turns around to take like a selfie picture of the two of them. Girl didn't even smile. Just, okay, there was your moment. No, you stupid AI idiots. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then obviously we have the preseason coming up. So this week is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10:30 a.m. is going to be the practice. So we got a couple days off. So that's going to be the schedule. Appreciate you being patient as I try to work my way through what the heck was going on tonight. It was a good day. It was a good day. But I'm going to get out of here. You all have a good rest of your night. I will talk to you tonight, tomorrow, whatever. Have a good one. Bye-bye.